Every morning at 6 o'clock sharp, millions of North Korean children wake up to a reality that would shock the outside world. They prepare for school days that blend mathematics with propaganda, science with surveillance, and creativity with absolute conformity. What happens inside North Korean classrooms reveals one of the most sophisticated systems of ideological conditioning ever created, which has quietly shaped an entire population for over 7 decades. The North Korean education system operates like a massive social engineering experiment, transforming children from kindergarten through university into loyal servants of the state. But behind the carefully orchestrated performances for foreign visitors lies a complex web of innovation and control, technological advancement and isolation, academic excellence and ideological imprisonment. How does a country maintain such tight control over what its children learn, think, and believe? The answer lies in understanding the intricate machinery of North Korean education. The foundation of North Korean education rests on a principle that would sound familiar to educators worldwide. Yet its implementation reveals something far more complex. Every child receives free, compulsory education for 12 years, which includes 1 year of kindergarten, 5 years of primary school, 3 years of lower secondary school, and 3 years of higher secondary school. This structure emerged from reforms implemented by Kim Jong-un in 2012, extending the previous 11-year system to match international standards. The daily routine begins before dawn for most students. They arrive at school wearing identical uniforms, participate in morning exercises, and start their academic day with subjects that would seem familiar to students anywhere. Korean language, mathematics, science, and physical education form the core curriculum. Yet woven throughout these conventional subjects lies something unique to North Korea. More than 8% of elementary instruction focuses on teachings about Kim Il-sung and communist morality. This percentage might seem modest until you consider what it replaces. By the time students reach secondary school, they spend 6 full class periods each week learning about their leaders. These are not merely history lessons about political figures, but intensive sessions designed to cultivate what the state calls revolutionary consciousness. The content of these political classes reveals the true ambition of North Korean education. Students learn elaborate stories about their leaders, which defy physical reality. They study accounts of Kim Il-sung creating grenades from pine cones and using supernatural powers to defeat enemies. These tales serve a specific psychological purpose. They establish from early childhood that the Kim family operates by different rules than ordinary humans, making questioning their authority seem not just wrong, but nonsensical. Children as young as 5 spend 2 hours each week in these specialized classes. The progression is carefully designed. Kindergarten students learn simple songs and stories about their leaders. Elementary students memorize detailed accounts of revolutionary activities. Secondary students analyze the philosophical implications of Juche ideology and its applications to their daily lives. The most profound aspect of North Korean education reveals itself not in what is taught, but in who gets to learn what. The entire system operates according to something called Songbun, a social classification system which determines educational opportunities based on family background extending back 3 generations. How does Songbun actually work in practice? Every North Korean citizen falls into one of 3 primary categories: core, wavering, or hostile. These broad classifications subdivide into 51 specific categories which track everything from family political history to physical appearance and perceived loyalty. A child whose grandfather supported the Japanese during World War II will find their educational path severely limited, regardless of their academic ability. The system operates with mathematical precision. Students from core families, which constitute roughly 28% of the population, can apply to any university. Students from wavering families may attend regional universities if they demonstrate exceptional academic performance and political reliability. Students from hostile families face systematic exclusion from higher education, regardless of their capabilities. This classification happens early and follows students throughout their educational journey. Elementary school teachers receive detailed files on each student's family background. These records influence everything from seating arrangements to participation in special programs. Students quickly learn their place in this hierarchy, often before they fully understand what determines it. The practical consequences extend far beyond university admission. Students with favorable songbun receive better textbooks, more experienced teachers, and access to supplementary materials. They participate in advanced classes and special projects which prepare them for leadership roles. Students with poor songbun find themselves directed toward vocational training and manual labor, regardless of their interests or abilities. Yet even within this stratified system, exceptional talent can sometimes transcend social barriers, particularly in areas critical to state interests. North Korea operates specialized schools for scientifically gifted students, which recruit based on demonstrated ability rather than family background alone. Pyongyang Middle School No. 1 represents the pinnacle of North Korean elite education. Established in 1984 following direct orders from Kim Il-sung, this institution serves as a model for 12 similar schools across the country. Students gain admission through competitive examinations which test mathematical and scientific knowledge at levels which challenge even exceptionally prepared candidates. The selection process reveals the complex intersection of merit and politics in North Korean education. Students must receive recommendations from their elementary school principals before they can even attempt the entrance examinations. The tests themselves focus heavily on mathematics and science, but they also include substantial sections on revolutionary history and political theory. Success requires not just intellectual ability, but demonstrated loyalty to the regime. These elite institutions operate with resources unavailable to ordinary schools. Teachers hold advanced degrees from Kim Il-sung University or Kim Chek University of Technology rather than conventional education colleges. Textbooks are specially produced for these schools and contain advanced material not available elsewhere. Facilities include modern laboratories, well-equipped gymnasiums, and comfortable dormitories. Students at these schools follow an intensive curriculum which emphasizes practical applications of scientific knowledge. The first 2 years provide broad exposure to advanced mathematics, physics, chemistry, and foreign languages. Beginning in the 3rd year, students specialize in specific areas based on their demonstrated strengths and state needs. Class sizes remain small, typically 25 students, allowing for individualized attention. Graduates from these elite schools enjoy remarkable privileges within North Korean society. They receive automatic admission to top universities, exemption from military service, and opportunities to study abroad. Many eventually join the scientific elite, which develops North Korea's nuclear and missile programs. The majority of North Korean students attend conventional schools where education serves different purposes. These institutions function as much to control and monitor students as to educate them. Teachers receive training not just in subject matter, but in surveillance techniques and ideological assessment. The daily reality for most students includes substantial amounts of unpaid labor, which the state classifies as educational activity. Agricultural labor support requires students to work on collective farms for extended periods, sometimes up to 40 days at a time. Students live in poor conditions while performing physically demanding work such as planting, weeding, and harvesting. This labor serves multiple functions beyond its economic value. It reinforces ideological messages about the dignity of manual work and the importance of supporting the collective good. It also provides opportunities for teachers and political supervisors to observe student behavior in unstructured settings. Students who complain about working conditions or express dissatisfaction with their assignments face political consequences, which can affect their entire family. Local agricultural labor involves shorter-term projects closer to schools. Students might spend several days clearing riverbanks, planting trees, or maintaining school grounds. These activities are presented as character-building exercises which teach practical skills and revolutionary values. The government also requires students to participate in collection campaigns for various materials needed by the state. Students must gather specified quantities of scrap metal, paper, or other items. These quotas often prove impossible to meet because the required materials simply do not exist in sufficient quantities. Students and their families must purchase items from private markets to fulfill their quotas, effectively functioning as a hidden tax on education. Adult education represents another crucial component of the North Korean system. Every citizen participates in some form of continuing education throughout their working life. Factory workers attend 2-hour study sessions after their regular shifts. Rural residents organize into 5 family teams, which combine educational and surveillance functions. These adult programs serve primarily political rather than educational purposes. Sessions focus on current party policies, ideological developments, and practical applications of Juche principles. Attendance is mandatory and closely monitored. The content frequently relates to production goals and loyalty campaigns rather than skill development or knowledge acquisition. Factory colleges provide technical training for workers without requiring them to leave their jobs. Students attend evening classes or intensive short courses. Farm colleges offer similar programs for agricultural workers. Correspondence courses reach workers in remote areas. These programs maintain the appearance of expanding educational opportunity while ensuring that workers remain productive throughout their learning. The system has evolved significantly since its establishment in the late 1940s. Traditional Korean education emphasized Confucian classics and literary achievement. The Joseon dynasty operated schools for the aristocratic elite while providing no systematic education for common people. Japanese colonial administration introduced Western-style schools, but primarily served colonial administrative needs. Kim Il-sung transformed this fragmented system into a unified national program designed to serve revolutionary goals. The new system eliminated traditional class distinctions in favor of political categories based on revolutionary loyalty. It expanded access to education while ensuring that expanded access served state purposes rather than individual advancement. Major reforms in 1975 established the basic structure, which continues today. These changes integrated political education more thoroughly into academic subjects. They also created the specialized tracks, which direct students toward roles deemed necessary by central planners. The most recent significant changes occurred under Kim Jong-un, who extended compulsory education to 12 years and emphasized science and technology development. New secondary schools focusing on information technology opened in each province. Universities established 85 new departments in subjects including robotics and cybersecurity. These reforms reflect growing recognition that North Korea needs advanced technical capabilities to maintain its political system in an increasingly connected world. The country faces pressure to develop cyber warfare capabilities, improve its missile technology, and create economic opportunities which do not require opening to foreign influence. Yet the fundamental tension between educational quality and political control remains unresolved. Producing world-class scientists requires encouraging critical thinking and intellectual independence. Maintaining political loyalty demands conformity and unquestioning acceptance of official doctrine. North Korean educators struggle to balance these competing demands while serving a system which prioritizes political reliability over educational effectiveness. The results reflect this underlying contradiction. North Korea claims literacy rates near 100%. The country produces scientists capable of developing nuclear weapons and advanced missile systems. Yet defectors consistently report educational experiences which prioritize memorization over understanding and political conformity over intellectual development. International isolation compounds these problems. North Korean educators lack access to current research and teaching methods. Students cannot participate in global academic exchanges. Universities cannot collaborate with international institutions. This isolation perpetuates educational approaches, which served revolutionary goals in the 1950s, but prove inadequate for 21st century challenges. The COVID-19 pandemic intensified these challenges by further restricting international contact. Schools closed for extended periods while the government struggled to implement remote learning systems. Many students fell behind academically while their families faced increased economic pressure. Looking toward the future, North Korean education faces fundamental questions about its direction and sustainability. The current system produces political loyalty, but may not generate the innovation necessary for long-term economic development. The government recognizes this dilemma, but struggles to resolve it without undermining political control. Recent emphasis on science and technology education suggests awareness of these challenges. The creation of specialized schools and university departments indicates willingness to invest in technical capabilities. Yet these reforms remain limited to carefully selected students from politically reliable families. The majority of North Korean students continue to receive education, which prioritizes ideological conformity over practical skills. The Songbun system ensures that family background continues to determine educational opportunities, regardless of individual merit. This approach wastes human potential on a massive scale while creating resentment among those excluded from advancement. The system produces a technical elite drawn from a narrow social base while systematically marginalizing large portions of the population. International pressure could influence future educational development, but only if the North Korean government chooses to engage with global institutions. Current policies maintain educational isolation while seeking technological advancement through domestic programs. This approach may prove unsustainable as the gap between North Korean capabilities and international standards continues to widen. The human cost of this system extends far beyond its educational limitations. Children learn from early childhood that their worth depends on factors beyond their control. They internalize hierarchies which divide society into loyal and disloyal categories. They accept surveillance and control as normal features of educational life. These lessons shape not just individual lives, but the entire fabric of North Korean society. Education which emphasizes conformity and hierarchy produces adults who struggle to think independently or challenge authority. The system perpetuates itself by training each generation to accept and reproduce the conditions of their own oppression. Yet even within this restrictive environment, human creativity and aspiration persist. Students find ways to express individuality despite systematic pressure for conformity. Teachers occasionally provide genuine education alongside required indoctrination. Families preserve values and knowledge which transcend official ideology. The story of North Korean education ultimately reflects broader questions about the relationship between learning and freedom. Can education serve human development while simultaneously controlling human behavior? Can a society produce innovation while suppressing independent thought? Can schools create both technical competence and political loyalty without contradiction? North Korea's 75-year experiment with revolutionary education provides sobering answers to these questions. The system has achieved remarkable political control while producing significant technical capabilities in specific areas. Yet it has also demonstrated the limitations of education, which serves state power rather than human flourishing. The children who bow before portraits each morning represent both the success and failure of this approach. They receive education which provides basic literacy and specific technical skills. They also internalize restrictions which will shape their possibilities throughout their lives. Their story reminds us that education always serves purposes beyond its stated goals, and that understanding any educational system requires examining not just what it teaches, but whom it serves and how it shapes the society it claims to improve. The future of North Korean education depends ultimately on whether the system can evolve to serve human development while maintaining political stability. This challenge extends far beyond classroom walls to encompass fundamental questions about the nature of knowledge, power, and social progress in the modern world.